Now we're going to be looking at another important string function called the add slashes function. Let me quickly do a save as here. I will call this add slashes. Let's just say add to save our time. I'm going to erase part of this, and let's say this is my house. But before we do that, let's quickly add an img tag here. Now img src, that's HTML, and we'll say equal to, with double quotes, now we'll say image.jpg. Okay, jpg there, and let's save that. Now on our next line, we are going to echo string. Well, first of all, echo it so that you get to understand what I'm talking about. Now let's echo string. Now let's go to a browser and refresh that. Now our file name is add.php. Now refresh that, you see it gives us an error. Let's go back and see where we made a mistake. String 1 is this, echo string 1, sorry, we're echoing string 1 rather. Let's go back and refresh and see. Now you see this is my house. Now the img tag that we use, the HTML tag that we use, is not displayed now, rather is trying to display an image. Since there's no image, it now give us a placeholder there. Now let's see how we can deal with this. Now if you go with HTMLs, there's a function that PHP have that's called the HTML entities. Now what it does is it gives security to HTML codes and allows it to come out as plain text instead of assuming the function of the tag or the element in the tag. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is we're going to use the HTML entities function written like this. Okay, and we're going to put a string 1 inside the bracket. Now let's first of all try this before we look at our add slashes function and see what we'll get. Now let's refresh and see. Now you discover that the placeholder is not there anymore, but rather the text, the way it is being written in our code. Okay, now that is what the HTML entities does. Okay, it gives or it adds security to our HTML code, especially in contact forms and other forms of that nature. Okay, so now we're going to add the add slashes function written like this, and we're going to assume that in the bracket of its own too with a string inside. Now this is what is going to happen. Now you watch that closely. Let me show you what is very important. Now when we go to a browser and refresh, now you see, let's look at that. Add slashes, sorry, I spelled it wrongly. Now let's refresh that again. Now you see that it adds slashes before the double quotes here. Okay, now it is very important to use so that you not or your browser or your code will not give you something that is not being needed in the output. Okay, as you add the slashes, you can as well remove slashes using what we call strip slashes. Okay, now we can say echo HTML entities. Let's put a break tag here. Let's quickly put a break tag here. Let's echo br. Okay, let's do that quickly. Now since we've added slashes, we can just do this. Let's copy that and paste it here, and then let's strip slashes. Okay, let's strip slashes written like this, strip slashes. Now when we refresh that, we need to put a semicolon there. Okay, now let's strip slashes and see how it works. Now you see the first one here added the slash, while the second one removed the slash. So those are two functions we've treated in this video, and this is where we're going to stop for string functions. There are many more functions out there. You can go to the php.net website and search for yourself. You see as many string functions as you can. Try them out on your own, and in the next video we'll be talking about something else. I'll see you there.